Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're a system administrator and you're kind of looking at this whole AI wave, wondering what's next for me, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to lay out a really clear, actionable roadmap for you to evolve your skills and, future-proof your career. All right, let's get into it.
So let's just start with the elephant in the room, right? The big question that I know is on everyone's mind. With all this chatter about automation and intelligent systems, is AI coming for your job? It's a totally fair question, and we're going to tackle it head-on. To really answer that, we first have to look at what's happening right now in the industry. Because the story of AI and IT isn't just about cool new tech. It's about a massive skills gap. And this gap, it's both a challenge, for sure, but more importantly, it's a huge opportunity.
And check this out. The numbers here tell a really fascinating story. On one side, you've got a whopping 70% of sysadmins who are actively looking for AI training. That's awesome. But then look at the other side. 60% say they just don't have the skills to actually implement any of it. And this huge gap, this disconnect between wanting to do it and knowing how to do it, well, that's where everything changes.
Because that right there is exactly why AI is not the end of the sysadmin. That skills gap we were just talking about, it isn't some scary threat. Think of it more like an invitation. It's your single biggest career opportunity to step up and become one of the most valuable people in your entire organization. Okay, so how do you actually grab that opportunity? Where in the world do you even start? Well, it all begins with a plan, a structured way to build up your knowledge. And honestly, the best way to do that is with a solid certification roadmap. And you can think about this path in three pretty logical steps. First, you got to lay the groundwork, right? Get a foundational cert to understand the core AI concepts. Then, you move up to the associate level. And this is where you align with whatever your company's using. Azure, AWS, Google, whatever. And finally, you can really zero in on a specialty cert to target a specific career goal.
And here are some real-world examples to make this a little more concrete. If you're in a Microsoft shop, a great path is to start with the AI 900 for the fundamentals, and then level up to the AI 102 to get into the nuts and bolts of engineering. And of course, AWS and Google Cloud have very similar paths. The main thing is to pick the track that makes sense for your current setup and where you want to go.
All right, so getting certified is a huge step, no doubt about it. But it's really only half the battle. Knowing the theory is one thing, but turning that knowledge into actual practical skill, that's what really sets you apart. It's time to get your hands dirty.
Let's break it down like this. Certifications are fantastic for teaching you the what. What are all these different services and what do the key concepts mean? But that hands-on experience, that's what teaches you the how. How do you actually deploy this stuff? How do you troubleshoot it when it inevitably breaks? And how do you optimize it in a real messy production environment? You need both, period.
So how do you get that experience? You can start pretty simple. Just use the free tiers that all the cloud providers offer and build a home lab. Seriously, just go in and try to break things or try to set up an AI-driven monitoring tool on your own. Maybe contribute to an open source project. Every little experiment builds your skills and gives you something real to show for it.
Right, so you've got the certifications, you've got some hands-on skills, you're all set, yeah? Well, almost. In a field that moves as ridiculously fast as AI, the learning, it never, ever stops. Staying current isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a core part of the job now.
I mean, this is really the fundamental truth of working in AI. What's cutting edge today could be standard practice in 6 months. That's why the real goal isn't just to learn a thing. It's to build a habit of continuous learning, so it just becomes a natural part of your week.
And the good news is, there are some amazing tools out there to help you. Follow the official AI blogs from Microsoft and AWS. That's where they announce all the new stuff first. Attend virtual conferences, you can learn a ton, and really, don't sleep on the professional communities, like on Reddit or the official forums. That's where you're going to find people solving the exact same problems you are.
So, after all this, after the certs, the hands-on practice, the non-stop learning, what does your job actually look like? Let's pull this all together and see what the future of the system administrator really is.
And this is the most important part of the whole conversation. AI doesn't replace you. It enhances you. Your role just evolves. You shift away from the routine, manual stuff, and you move into strategic oversight. You become the pro who manages the AI systems, who makes sure the data pipelines are flowing, and who optimizes this whole new class of intelligent infrastructure. You actually become the crucial bridge between the old world of IT and the new.
And as your company invests more and more into AI, the person who understands both sides, the traditional infrastructure and the intelligent systems, becomes absolutely essential. That person can and should be you.
So yeah, we started this whole thing asking if AI is a threat, but I think we can end with a much more exciting question. The future of IT is, without a doubt, going to be intelligent. The only real question left is, are you ready to be one of the people who builds it?